It's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Saturday afternoon. I want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Saturday, guys. Currently driving, so please bear with me. I want to jump on really quickly to chat with you guys. Some of you guys are experiencing a feeling of disconnect. And this disconnect is almost a disconnect from the prior things, even the purpose in which the way that your purpose was being used this season or last season or whatever in between. And you're feeling disconnect from different things. The things that you once desired, the things that used to give you fulfillment. This can look like things, people, places. There's just like this awakening within you where you're now starting to realize what a lot of things have been and you just did not recognize it, or you may have been too distracted to even realize it, but now it's at the forefront. And now that God is bringing certain things to your attention, this can look like people who were around you for the wrong reasons. This can look like people who were using you. This can look like people who you were just staying in the relationship for whatever reason. This can look like people who have been pulling from you in any way, any type of narcissist way, any type of selfish way, any type of tit for tat, any type of, if you don't do this, I'm not going to do this, right? God is bringing a lot of this stuff to your attention. And the reason why you're feeling it more profound right now more than ever is because the season is shifting, right? We're literally in a spiritual shift. The seasons are shifting. The season is shifting. And so a lot of the things that you did, things that you were called to, people, places, and things you were called to, the season is ending for it. But because as human beings, we don't really like to be uncomfortable and we're not too keen of the unknown, you'll find yourself still trying to hang on, even if it's just for a little bit, right? You try to hang on just for your own safety measures. Also, what can happen too is that your flesh will get in the way. Like if you're just naturally let it be an empath or just a very sympathetic person or whatever, you'll still find yourself trying to hang on or cling on just a little bit because that fleshly side of you still feels like, well, you know, I've always cared about people. I've always helped. I've always this. I've always that. So you'll start feeling bad trying to understand why you don't feel bad. Where before, these were things that you truly felt bad about. You would feel like you're abandoning people. You will feel like you just don't have time for people. You will feel like if you don't listen to them 1,000 times, you're not a great friend, or if you don't listen to them 1,000 times, God is not impressed with you and all this stuff. So now you're realizing that it is what it is. It's almost like you're not even seeking answers to why you cut me off. You're not seeking answers to why you're acting funny. You're not seeking answers to why I don't feel like answering my phone every time you call. You're not seeking answers to why do you look sad. You just don't care, right? And it's not that you don't care. There's something going on where the things that you used to care for, God has removed that desire to care for it any longer. And then you're beating yourself up because it's like, I feel like a horrible person that I don't care. And it's not you. It's God literally shifting the season. And here's another thing. With this shift, a lot of us are not going to be doing the same things that we were doing last seasons, or the things that God had us doing all of our lives in different ways, right? I said this on a recording, I think a few weeks ago. Some of us, especially those who have always, like seriously, like a lifetime poured into people, God used you as a vessel, you were serving in whatever way, But I mean, you just didn't do it for a season. I mean, you've done it literally for a lifetime. All you can, all the time you can think about. God is literally going to be shifting these individuals to a season where you're not going to really know what to do with yourself, because it's like you're going to just kick your feet up, and people are going to just pour into you in different ways: financial, emotional, mental. Is like all the things that you were basically drained all of your life for. I mean, you did it for, of course, the right motive. It's your purpose, your calling, but it is what it is. It's still draining you. It's still strenuous at times. So a lot of you are going to realize that what God is doing now is He's actually preparing you for that season. So this is why now He's starting to pull things from you where you just don't even, it's my turn, where you just don't even care like that. So what He's doing is He's getting you accustomed to that mindset now. People are falling off like flies, and it's not even bothering you now, because you're not going to have that next season. So God is getting you accustomed to it now. So when you get in your next season, you're not sitting there trying to figure out and decipher why why don't you care? Why isn't anybody around? God is doing it now. Some of you will still be used in purpose to whatever your purpose is now, but in different ways. See, in my opinion, all caps opinion, your purpose stays the same, but you can be called to different things in different seasons. So whatever your purpose is, okay, you're working in purpose now, and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing now, and it's just you are so turned off, honey. Whatever you're doing, you are turned off from it, them, wherever. You are turned off. So God is drying up the desire for the way He's using you in purpose now, because He's going to use you completely different. That can look like, say you're a person, you're just naturally a server. God uses you to pour into, you mentor young girls, like really young girls. You mentor young girls, and you've been doing that for, let's just say, 10 years, right? But now the season is coming to an end, and you still love these young girls, don't get it twisted. But then there's something, they're just like, Lord, I love these children, but I just feel like it's just time to leave. I'm just not in it like that anymore. And then again, here's your own flesh and your own heart feeling like, but if I leave, like, that would be horrible. Some of these girls don't have mothers. Like, I will be the wicked witch of the West. But yet, there's a desire that's no longer there. Something is really drying up. So instead of God using your purpose with the young ladies. Okay, phone. Guys, I'm driving, so I'm sorry I can't turn my notifications off. I don't even turn them off when I ain't driving. But I'm almost finished. So instead of now, and this is just an example. So instead of now, God using you in purpose with the young ladies, it may be a whole husband. It may be a whole husband where you're going to be called to different things, because again, some people have this whole idea of thinking that marriages and this and that is just everything is easy as pie, where that might be a whole assignment for you. It literally might be a whole assignment for you in different ways, right? I can give you 1,000, but in different ways, where that marriage by itself can be a whole assignment, right? Purpose just within the marriage that's going to require you to be 100% in it. And so God is, you can't be pulled with the young girls, or you can't be pulled with however God was using you last season. So He's drying this stuff up now. So when these suddenlies happen and these doors open, it's like you already been disconnected from whatever the thing is that God was using you for last season. And a lot of people are struggling with this now. A lot of people say that they feel really empty. Some are saying that it's depression, and it could be depression. I don't know. Of course, that's not my lane, right? It could be depression, or just because remember, purpose fills you, right? Purpose fulfills you. So if God is drying up your purpose on one thing because you're shifting to the next season, your purpose is very, I don't know. I guess subtle. I don't know. Your purpose is very subtle right now. So you're feeling like you're lost, you're feeling like you're depressed, you're feeling like you're detached, and it's because God haven't really pushed you into the next season in its entirety. So however he's going to use you in the next season, it'll come back. That fulfillment will come back. And even if it's a season where you're not going to really be, I think, never mind. I was going to take that. Let me take that back. I was going to say if you're going to be pushed into a season where you're not used for purpose and people just pouring into you, but I think we'll always be here for purpose. The purpose it may not be as strenuous. I'll say that, right? Because some of you guys know people look at us and think things are easy as pie because I guess we look put together or whatever, and they have no idea how strenuous some of our purposes are because they don't see it from a day to day. So you will still be used, but in a more subtle way. So whatever you're going through, whatever disconnect that you're feeling, whatever detachment that you're feeling, it just may be God is drying up the things in this season because this season is over. I mean, I can't say everybody, but I'll say those who are spiritually connected, you should be able to feel that God is doing a new thing. We may not know exactly what the new thing is, but let me just tell you, it ain't the old thing. The old thing is gone. Like, it's just gone, and there's no going back to it. So we're moving forward, but you just got to hold on and trust the process while he is taking you so he can use you in your new season. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.